Dr. Bennet Omalu, a neuropathologist known for his work with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, also known as CTE, visited Wounded Warrior Battalion West March 1st. He was recently portrayed in the movie Concussion, starring Will Smith.
Heaven was here, and America was here. You could be anything, you could do anything. I am the wrong person to have discovered this.
If you don't speak for them, who will?
Dr. Omalu spoke about his life and how his experiences and personal beliefs led to his work with CTE.
Sometimes I've thought to myself, what can I do to change the world? There is nothing I can do, no. All I could do is one day at a time, one step at a time, one person at a time. So my message to the military is to recognize that any member of the armed forces, active or retired, who is manifesting symptoms of brain damage, the so-called PTSD, that it is not a sign of weakness. And it is no fault of the patient who is suffering from it. It's simply like every other disease. If they have suffered brain damage, it's permanent. They could manifest progressive symptoms. They rather need empathy. We need a change of our hearts, a change of our minds. We need a change in the perception of this disease, a change in attitudes. We all should work together to support them and develop cures. And then those who are suffering from it should know there is nothing wrong with them. It is no fault of yours if you're suffering from this disease, and you should step out boldly into the light to let the healthcare providers know you're suffering from it. And you could be managed, although not cured, but you could be reasonably medically managed to sustain yourself and live a productive life. Change of mind, attitudes, I think will go a long way. If you've suffered a concussion, it's not a death sentence, no.
As a forensic neuropathologist, he's really studying the biology underlying the psychology. As we learn more about mental illness, what we oftentimes find underneath is neuropathology or brain injury, which underlies some of the psychiatric symptoms that we actually treat.
After he finished speaking, Dr. Omalu was presented with a plaque as a gesture of gratitude.
Greatly. The Marines, sailors, and families of Wounded Warrior Battalion West sincerely thank you for your resiliency and dedication.
Before moving indoors to meet with fans of his work.
Thank you.
This was Dr. Omalu's first time visiting a military base, and he was happy to share his wisdom.
I came here today to share in our common humanity, to bring my peace, my love, my joy to the Marines, and to celebrate our humanity.
Reporting from Camp Pendleton, this is Corporal Asia Sorensen.
And to enlighten them with the specialized knowledge I have for whatever I do for each and every one of us, I do for all of us.